This morning, disturbing newly released videos are sparking allegations of police brutality in rural Virginia. They show officers in South Boston using a taser multiple times on a man in May 2013. Less than 2 hours later, 46-year-old Linwood Lambert Jr. was dead. Jeff Pegues is in Washington with how the victim's family is responding to the videos. Jeff, good morning.
Good morning. Medical examiners determined that Linwood Lambert Jr. died of what they're calling acute cocaine intoxication. But the attorney for Lambert's family says the medical examiner didn't see the video that we're about to show you. Video of the 46-year-old being tased several times, even after he was restrained. This violent confrontation was caught on police cruiser and hospital surveillance cameras in South Boston, Virginia. Police say they picked up 46-year-old Linwood Lambert Jr. for causing a disturbance at a motel. Tom Sweeney is the Lambert family lawyer.
They placed him in handcuffs. They did not put him under arrest. He was not charged with any crime.
The officers brought him to Centera Halifax Regional Hospital for medical evaluation, but when they arrived at the hospital, Lambert kicked out the window of the squad car and bolted toward the emergency room doors. 3 officers responded by tasing Lambert multiple times, and he fell to the ground.
They're saying it's justified because they have no other answer to why they used so much force with a man who was already restrained.
While he was on the ground, he was repeatedly tased again and placed in shackles on his legs.
Cocaine, man. Lambert was then placed under arrest, charged with disorderly conduct and destruction of property.
And then instead of being brought into the emergency room, they would put him back into the police cruiser.
An officer tased Lambert again as he sat in the back seat of the police car and warned that he wasn't done.
Sit up, I'm gonna tase you again.
He was under obvious respiratory distress. He was perspiring heavily. He was breathing heavily. It appears he's no longer responsive, and they drove him back to the jail.
He ain't moved since we left.
An ambulance then transported Lambert from the jail back to the hospital, where he was pronounced dead. An autopsy said the cause of death was acute cocaine intoxication. Lambert's sister, Gwendolyn Smalls, has filed a $25 million civil lawsuit against the officers, the chief of police, the deputy chief of police, and the town of South Boston.
To see what had happened to him was just was devastating.
Her lawyer says the amount of cocaine in Lambert's body was low, and the actual cause of death is now clear.
I think it's obvious on the videotape that here's a man who was tased repeatedly, and it caused him to have cardiac arrest.
The official police investigation into the incident is still open. We reached out to the officers, lawyers, and the South Boston Police Department, but we still have not heard back. Gail?
Thank you, Jeff.